Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and my name is Jade Davis. Today's video is just going to be a really quick run through on basically my everyday look and what I wear just to get out of the house and get going, whether I'm going to the store or going out to eat or doing something like that where I don't need a full face of makeup, but I want to have something on. And today I'm actually going to babysit in 2 hours, so I'm going to do this makeup really quick, film this tutorial for you guys, and then I will be babysitting for the rest of the night to make some money. So without further ado, let's get that intro rolling and start on today's video. So today I'm going to be priming my face as normal with the E.L.F. Poreless Face Primer. Just doing like maybe half a pump on my face because this stuff goes a long way. And you guys will see in a lot of my videos that I use my hands for most of the time, like putting on liquid foundation and stuff. I do use brushes occasionally, especially when I'm trying to do like a full thick face of makeup, but for an everyday thing I don't have time to worry about brushes and stuff, so I just slap it on with my hands. But of course, and as always with any makeup that you use, if you're using your hands, just make sure that that you've washed your hands before using them and you're not spreading that bacteria all over your face with your hands, because that'll actually just make your face break out even more. Today I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi in the shade C3. As always, this is my favorite foundation that I own right now. What I like about it is that it's not too thick and it's not too cakey, but I also like that you can build it. So if you're not reaching the coverage that you want, you can just keep applying until it goes on like you want it. Next, I'm going to be going in with the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Concealer. This is in the shade W123. This is definitely not a full coverage. I would definitely call this a sheer concealer. But, it does help brighten up the face a little bit, which is basically all you're really wanting for a look like this. So that's why I use this drugstore one instead of my Tarte Shape Tape, just because I enjoy this. But you do need to build this concealer up a little bit. Put some on the eyes too. Okay. So now I'm going to be taking a damp beauty blender, and I really need to work on calling this a beauty sponge because technically this isn't a beauty blender. This is the beauty sponge from Real Techniques. So I'm just going to start by going in on that concealer and spreading that over the face. I have really dark circles under my eyes, as I think I mentioned in my last video that I put up. So yeah, this concealer, if you're wanting to cover that, you're definitely gonna have to build it. And if you've got really bad bags, I would suggest using a more full coverage concealer. Or there is this, I actually haven't tried it yet, so I didn't want to try it on camera for the first time, but it is the E.L.F. color correcting stick. Yeah, it says that it's supposed to correct dark circles, so I didn't want to do like a first impressions on my first YouTube video, or one of my first YouTube videos. So yeah, we're just going to pack that into the skin, making sure that we get going in and out, back and forth, making sure we get those creases under the eye so that they'll sit. Next, I'm going to go in with my NYX HD Studio Finishing Powder and go in with that same beauty blender. Just get some on the beauty sponge. I will never get used to that. I'm always going to call it a beauty blender. Get some on there and then just press that down into that concealer. And here I'm not getting enough to where I'm going to bake. This is just setting that under eye. I don't normally bake just because I don't really need to. I'm not like, you know, full out sweating or like, you know, anything like that. So I just set that under eye with this powder. Next I'll be going in with L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in the shade W3. It's been loved a little bit. And I'm going to be using just the CoverGirl big brush. You can use any big kabuki brush of any sort and that'll work too. And we're just going to set all this product on our face. Ugh. Okay. This is my boy, everybody. This is Coda. Coda, look at the camera. Look at the camera. He's not going to do it. Coda, look. There we go. Hey, baby. This is Coda, everybody. He's an Australian cattle dog or blue heeler. You call it whatever you want, but that's what he is. And he is about 1.5 years. Yeah, and he stays up here with me while I'm at school. And I've had him since he was 6 weeks old. I'll actually put up a picture, should be coming up right now, of when he was a little baby in his little Wolfpack jersey. So cute. Continuing on, I'm going to go in with the E.L.F. Total Face palette. This is actually a really cool palette. It's got 2 blushes and then a bronzer, which I kind of use as a contour color. It doesn't have any shimmer or anything in it. And then a highlighting color right here. We're going to go in with the E.L.F. Flawless Face Brush, and I'm going to just dip the sides of this back and forth like that into the contour shade, then dust off the excess, and then we're going to contour. We're going to bring that down. And at this stage, if you wanted to, this is when you would contour your nose. I don't normally contour my nose because I don't really have a problem with mine, but if you wanted to, you go in with any small brush and take that same contour color, just dip in there, and then you'll just drag that down the side of the nose. Just to give her some definition. Another really good thing to do is to go right underneath here, and that'll just kind of give your nose that little cute little point if that's what you're looking for. And then the other thing I like to do is just go right up underneath the bottom lip. Okay, so now that we've got that on our face, I'm going to go in with the beauty sponge again in some setting powder and just carve out that contour just a little bit. So while that's sitting on our face, I'm going to go in with the E.L.F. Nude Rose Gold eyeshadow palette. It looks like this. And basically today I'm only sticking to the mattes, and there's only 3 matte shades in here anyways. So you've got the lightest color is a matte, and then this one right here, and then this one right here. So I'm going to start with the lightest shade. It almost looks white on the camera, but it's not. And I'm just going to bring that all over the eye. So we're kind of treating that white as our transition shade. And I'm going to go in with the second lightest matte shade in the palette and just dab that on the outer corner. And I always just start in the outer corner, and then when you get most of that off, you can drag it in the inside. You just don't want to cover the whole lid because then you'll start looking a little raccoonish. Then going in with the deepest matte shade in there, I'm going to pop that right on the outer corner, keeping it low. You don't want to go too high up on the lid with this color. And again, we're not going for anything fancy, just a very like neutral purpley is what this is look today. Drag that in just a little bit. I'm gonna add some liner on the top lid, and that all the stuff is worn off of this liner, but it is the NYC, not NYX, but it's NYC dark liner, and it's just liquid liner, but this stuff is awesome. I use it every single day, and that's why it's worn off the packaging now. But I'm just gonna go put this liner on, pop some mascara on really quick, and I will be right back. Now that we're done with the mascara and the eyeliner, I'm gonna go in with the Rimmel London Stay Matte Liquid Lip Color, and this is in 720 Mocha. And I'm just gonna go in with a little tiny bit of this. And then over top of that, I'm going to go in with the NYX Lingerie in the color 09 Corset. I'm just going to put that right over top of that color I already put on. And because I'm crazy and almost walked out of the house looking like a wild person, I'm going to brush this translucent powder off of my face. And then finally, I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Precious Petals. And I'm actually going to take that damp beauty blender that we had before and dip that right into the highlighter and get a decent amount of that on the beauty blender, and then just pat that into the skin. Side, just pat that down into the skin. We're going to take a little bit right there on our nose, right there on the Cupid's bow. Okay guys, and that is it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you got an idea of basically like what I do for my everyday look. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please, please, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to sit here and watch it. I had a really good time filming it, so hopefully you enjoyed it as well. As always, with any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you want to tell me, any suggestions for new videos, because this is number 2 and I'm already like, oh no, what am I going to film next? So if you have any suggestions on videos that you might want to see, please leave me a comment down below. Of course, everything that I use today I will link in the description box. And yeah, thank you guys so, so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.
It might get hard when we're growing older, but I'll be here and I'll be your shoulder. I can see it now. I can see.
Well, hey, Coda. Coda, no. Coda, get out of the trash. So